Good morning, my friends. Welcome to Breakfast with Sergio. In this episode, I want to talk to you about should I do paid Instagram promotions? Should I do paid Instagram promotions so that I can get more followers? That is the question I'm going to talk to you about today. Well, my friends, welcome back. Super happy to have you here. I'm here. It's tea time for me right now before the actual big breakfast. But today I want to talk to you about this thing of promotions. Should you pay, for promotions on Instagram? So a lot of artists have asked me to talk about that, and what do I think about that? So should I pay for promotions on Instagram? Should I pay to Instagram itself to promote a post, or to other bigger accounts to promote my stuff? So I want to talk to you about that because I have done both myself numerous times. So I want to kind of tell you a little bit of what I think about it. Well, first of all, there's two types of promotions you can do on Instagram. One, you can do a promotion through Instagram itself, which Facebook owns Instagram, right? So you can do a promotion through that. There's two ways that you can do that. One, you can actually create an ad through the Facebook ad platform. You can actually create an ad and go through the whole process. It could be an ad for stories, or it could be an ad for feeds. Now, the ad doesn't have to be on your Instagram wall. And that's particularly more if you have something specifically to sell, a promotion that you have going on, something that you want really specific targeting for something that you are really have one call to action for somebody to do. Now, the other type of promotion that you have that you can do within the platform itself is you can promote a post. And if you have a business account, you probably have seen that you can create a post and then you have the option to promote. When you promote a post, what you're doing is you're giving Instagram giving it a budget to push your post so that more people see it, so that more people of your own followers will see it, and also so more people outside of your follow will see it. Now, when you choose to promote your post through Instagram, you'll have some options. The options are you can promote your post to an audience that Instagram will look around for an audience that looks like yours. It will look at the people that follow you, and Instagram will try to show your post to more people like your existing followers. Or you can do a custom audience where you actually select the type of audience that you're looking for, age range, also suggested things that people may be interested on, like special interests that you're looking for, maybe people who like art, maybe people who collect art, maybe people who read a certain magazine, things of that nature. Also regions of the world, age brackets, and so on. There's many variables that you can pick. And then you give it a budget, how much you want to spend, between how many days. So that's one option in which you can promote a post. And I have done that many times. And sometimes what I have done is, if I know I have a post that's coming up that's going to be really, really good, that has performed maybe well also in other platforms, then sometimes, I give it, maybe $10 here and there, to push it forward. And actually it does pretty well, when I do that post gets more engagement. It allows me to have more conversations with people. And if I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna have time to go back and comment and engage with people during that promotion of that post. Or sometimes another thing that you can do is you can go and look at your insights and see which posts have had the most organic engagement, and then you can actually push those a little bit further because they are already tested. They are already giving you the data that those posts are already really good posts. In other words, people responded really well, so you can give them a little push on those as well. And budget-wise, it's entirely up to you. I would suggest always when you push a post, don't just push it for one day. Don't put a lot of money on just one day. Kind of spread out in a couple days. The more budget you add, maybe the more days you can spread out, so that post continues to grow as well. And what you can do with that post too is you can also share it in your stories, throughout the date of your promotion, so that also people who come to your stories can also get to your post. And if you share in your stories, you can put a little note, tap on image, to read my post, things of that nature. Kind of have fun with that, so you can get multiple audiences looking at that post. That has already demonstrated that it's a good engaged post. Now, the other way in which you can promote your work on Instagram is through what's called influencing marketing, and that's my dog barking, which influence marketing is when another bigger account promotes your work, when another bigger account promotes your Instagram post or an image that you want them to share for you. Now, you gotta be very careful on that one, because there's a lot of big accounts out there that will message you and say, hey, love your art, love what you're posting, check out, we're an online magazine or we're a curator space, whatever, blah, blah, check it out. And we'll promote your post for $20 or 25 or 50. I've seen up to 100 for accounts that have up to 1 million followers. So should you do that or not? A lot of artists ask me, so should I do that? Should I spend money on those things? Well, here's my take on that. And I have done many of those, to test and try. And some people will do really well, some people will not do really well. And I'm going to give you my take on that in a second, why I think some people will do well and some others don't. Well, first thing you got to do, if you get an invitation like that, or if you're looking at an account and you're thinking, should I promote my post through them? First thing you got to do is make sure that when you go to their account, first of all, that they have a big follow, right? And for me, a big follow is over 100,000. If they have, a really big follow that you think is worthwhile. Now, just because they have the follow doesn't mean it's a good account. Sometimes accounts can buy a bunch of followers at the beginning. They can buy half of their followers at the beginning and then, try to grow a few others. So what happens with that is that the followers that they have are not really legit accounts, or they're not really accounts that have actual people behind them looking at the stuff. So a lot of times what you have is you have an account that has 100,000 followers, but when you look at their posts, there are not many likes. And you're like, I wondered why there are not many likes. That means this account, really, the people that supposedly follow them are not really interested either on what they do, or they are fake accounts, or they are bot accounts. Now, don't just go by the likes either, because you can also buy likes, and accounts can hire companies that for every post they put, they give them 1,000 or 2,000 likes, and it's actually not very expensive. So you have to be careful with that as well. How do you know if they are legit, if people are actually real? Well, the way you do it is you go through their posts, right? And then you look if there's engagement, not only likes, but are actually people talking, in their posts. And then you go to that. If the engagement is really low, forget it. It's a waste of your time, because they are fake. They're fake numbers. So, but if there are some big accounts that have a lot of comments and that are really good. So you look at and you see if they actually have the follow that they say. If they have the engagement that you're looking for, a lot of people commenting on those posts. Do they look like they're actually following the artists that they're sharing, they're posting? Take a look at those accounts. Also, see if if your art is actually a fit to what they are promoting, right? To the other posts that they have. There are some big accounts that they just showing whatever people pay for, and they're not curated, and they look horrible. And imagine that you want your work there. You want when somebody goes there to see your art there. Maybe yes, maybe not. So you have to think about that as well. And then the other thing that also to keep in mind is, if you are going to do a promotion, if you're going to do a promotion, is before you do this, whether you're doing a promotion through Instagram or through an influencer, is the first thing you gotta do is you gotta prepare for it. Think about it this way. If somebody's coming to your studio, you want to put your best artwork on the wall. Somebody's coming to visit, you're going to put your best pieces on the wall, right? And that makes a huge difference, because a lot of people pay for promotions either through Instagram or through influencing marketing. And what they do is they don't take care of their wall. Remember, just because you put money on it, just because you share it, doesn't mean people are going to follow you automatically. Actual people are going to go see it. And if they don't like what they see, they're not going to follow you. So first thing you got to do is you got to make sure that you have a great profile. Make sure that your profile description is a good one. Make sure that it's inviting. Make sure that your profile, it's good. And if you need help with that, check out my Breakfast with Sergio, in which I talk about how to create a great profile for your Instagram. You can just Google it, you'll find it, or just go to YouTube, you'll find it, or go to my IGTV and you'll find it, or everywhere, you'll find it. Another thing you have to do is, what I would recommend, if you're gonna put money on promotions, I would make sure that my first 9 posts, the first things that you'll see when somebody lands on your profile page, that are really good. You want to make sure that they are very descriptive of the type of work that you do. Make sure that are some of your best posts before you put any money, because people are going to judge you if they want to follow you or not based on those first 9 posts. If they have to scroll, for your post from about 10 months ago to see your best stuff, they're not going to follow you. Why would they do that? So again, you want to do that, and you want to make sure that if you're going to put money on something for promotions, not only clean up your wall, make sure it looks great, but also pick an image that has already proven to have a lot of engagement. Just because it's your favorite work of art doesn't mean most people will respond to it. Sometimes I'm surprised on how people respond to certain things. Sometimes I may put the same artwork on Instagram, and then I put the same picture, but now like within a wall, or if I'm working on it, exactly the same artwork, and the engagement is totally different from one to the other. So check those out, my friends. I hope you enjoy this episode. Share it with your friends, because this is a question that a lot of people have. Share it with your friends, and if you find it useful, also follow me on Instagram at Sergio Gomez Projects. Follow me also on YouTube as Sergio Gomez Art as well. And my friend, also, if you want to take your art career to the next level, check out my free art business bootcamp. All you have to do is go to www.theartistnextlevel.com/bootcamp, and you can take the bootcamp there, and it's gonna give you a lot of tips as well and strategies that are working right now. Thanks, and I will see you in the next episode of Breakfast with Sergio. Goodbye.